from Utah.
Mr. President, this amendment is a ruse. It's a ruse designed to provide political cover to a small handful of people who recognize the crisis on the border and want to appear to be doing something about it, but it doesn't. Look, it proposes tens of billions of dollars to simply manage the border crisis, not stop it. It doesn't do anything to stop fentanyl or actually secure our border. The sponsors will tell you that their amendment prohibits funding, prohibits the repeal of Title 42, but that is a lie. It only prohibits DHS funding to repeal Title 42 when the Surgeon General, who is housed in HHS, is the one who has the authority to do so. And how would it manage this crisis? Well, it would do so by funding the processing of people coming into this country faster than they're currently being processed, and more costly lawsuits await against our enforcement policies. I strongly encourage my colleagues to oppose this amendment, which is a ruse. It doesn't do what it purports to do, and it distracts from the crisis unfolding on our southern border. Mr. President.
The senator from Utah.
Mr. President, during our recent border crisis, Title 42 has become the only sustained control we have over illegal immigration. In 2022, just this year alone, we've had over 2.7 million undocumented immigrants at our southern border. It doesn't even include those who came across, sneaking through undetected. The Biden administration is only expelling people from the border exclusively under Title 42. That's it. That's all we've got. And in the last 3 years, Title 42 has been used to help us expel 2.5 million illegal immigrants. Just over the last 7 days alone, Mr. President, the Border Patrol in Arizona showed us that it's not just people coming across illegally, it's also drugs, dangerous drugs. In the last 7 days alone, Border Patrol agents in Arizona have confiscated 1.5 million fentanyl tablets. More than 14,000 pounds in total was intercepted at the border in 2022. And that's enough to kill America's entire population 9 times over. We have no business passing this bill unless this is in here. Vote for this amendment, I implore you. Thank you.
Mr. President.
Would there be order? Senator from Illinois.
Mr. President, the logic of Title 42 is a public health response to a crisis. It was determined that foreigners coming into the United States could be turned away under Title 42, and more than 1 million were last year. Now, what has happened to the public health crisis? In June of this year, our government announced it would no longer require COVID tests for foreigners entering the United States. We have 22 million international visitors each year, and now there's no longer a requirement for testing. So let's be honest. This is not about public health anymore. It is our excuse for not tackling the very real challenge of coming up with a border policy on a bipartisan basis. I want to salute